Hello everyone. We're going to be broadcasting Bughouse World Championship in the open section. This is Qualifier Arena number 6. And we get to see Horko and Ecarf play. This was defended. Two Problem Child has a pretty good attack here. Who was Two Problem Child? I don't think I've seen this guy before. Oh, it's someone I've blocked. Someone who's only played Bughouse. So yeah, I assume this is an alt account. If it is an alt account, then even if they win the arena, they would be disqualified because you have to play from your main account. So we'll see. I guess I could figure it out. Let me see. I think Homeless Patzer might be in a voice call with someone. No, not right now. Yeah, I'm not sure who Two Problem Child is. And that's a mate by Two Problem Child, Zyzon and Ladybug. This is an interesting team, but I think Zyzon is already qualified with Chicken, so I don't think he's going to play with Ladybug. So Horko threatening to pick up a free piece. Ecarf up about 7 seconds. Has good development. If I were Ecarf, I would consider just activating the rook. Another possibility is Castling or f6. Maybe retreat the knight actually, because I think maybe waiting for knight at h3 to win the bishop, but this seems fine. Horko keeping his king safe. Trading 2 pieces for a queen seems fine. That was a pawn that was picked up by that knight. That's a free pawn. I would take it, but I'm a greedy guy. I still would take this pawn. Pawn is no longer free. This pawn is free. Knight would win a rook. Ecarf is attacking. Ecarf should have mate here. Pawn check. And promote. Queen takes. Knight check. Queen takes. Queen takes is mate. So nice mate by Ecarf. This arena lasts an hour and a half. We still have a bunch to go. Let's mate for Two Problem Child. Pawn mates. They are up time. There's 2 pawns in take. You can just take that. That pawn works too. Horko getting his pieces to better squares. Horko poised to win a piece. Scarf on the attack. Knight would be very good. Knight takes. Oh, we could have taken that. This mates though, even better. Pawn check its mate. Orca just needs to live, and they are up time. So Orca doesn't need to move anymore. He's perfectly safe though, so you could choose to continue moving. Soccer Boy 6, try hard account. This seems like an alt. Definitely an alt. I mean, alts cannot progress to the next stage. I don't know why people would play with an alt. And in fact, if someone has qualified with their main account and is playing these arenas with an alt account, I think that should disqualify them from the tournament from their main account. So it's just really obnoxious. So Soccer Boy is attacking. I think he should be fine though. I think Orko should be fine, I should say. Knight is very good for ecarf. Just take this. Okay, pawn should mate. Knight also mates. And a rook mates. So everything mates. So take. Bishop check. You could promote to queen after that. Oh, is Alt 19 with Christopher Edler? Oh, I guess not. I guess he's with Random Partner again. She could Lily play it. And Nighthawk 8. This could be a strong team for the tournament here. It's good to see more strong teams playing in general. A few of the arenas, there haven't been many strong teams. Yeah, I like this move, wins a piece. Maybe not quite wins a piece, but it definitely helps with getting tempo. Ooh, uh-oh, I don't think this knight should have moved. Now Horko's in trouble on f2. Pawns are bad. And they are up 1 second. So Nighthawk 8 can wait for material. Okay. Trades are great for Nighthawk 8. Could just play queen up, threatening to support the bishop in here. There's the bishop. We can take this knight. If knight takes back, this knight is free. If pawn takes, then like a knight can come in. I would take this knight for sure. So what is Ekarf worried about? I guess he's worried about his queen. He doesn't have a blocker. He may have to sack, which then opens the rook up. So Horko now has some mate threats, such as knight check. Nighthawk 8 is going to need to defend. That seems like a reasonable defense. And Horko gets mate. Nice job, Horko, because his partner was in a lot of trouble. So Horko and Ekarf have been playing for many years on the free internet chess server, which was the main server people played Bughouse on before chess.com. I first met Horko at a Bughouse gathering in Vegas many years ago. He's one of the few Europeans who would regularly come to the Bughouse gatherings. Horko is a very good poker player as well, professional poker player, and I don't think he has a bracelet, but he's finished like third in a bracelet tournament before. I think he eventually lost to Daniel Negreanu. I partnered Horko one year in the Berlin tournament, and we finished first place in basically the losers bracket because Horko had already finished third place in the main event, and he just wanted to get a trophy for winning. That's a mate for Ecarf. Let's check the stand-ins. Homeless Patcher's team is winning, but again, two problem child. Probably an alt. Let's see. Is there anyone else we want to watch here? Let's check out Chickalily. Chickalily and Nighthawk 8. Seems like they'll be a strong team. Playing against an international master and the 1400. What's this stuff? Okay. Chickalily probably just wants to win this pawn. Oh, maybe he'll sack. I don't think it's a good sack. Oh, that's interesting. The bishop made it for his partner. Knight is good for two problem child. You might want to sack the queen and then get the knight after that. Partner is going for a knight. I think we take this bishop. Oh, interesting. Take the pawn first. Okay. So a rook mates for Chickalily. This king is coming out to play. So a knight is very good. Okay, he's going to get the queen into play. This square seems ripe. He could even push the pawn. Push the pawn, then queen in. Oh, he has a bishop. Even better. That's mate. Hey, Caillou Chess. Welcome in. Yeah, I like this pawn push. Or go get in aggressive here. I think I would have liked bishop at e5 a little better, but I'm not nearly as strong as these players, so I'm sure I'm missing some reason why this move is really good. Orko is trying to get initiative on the light squares, willing to give up a knight for it. Now if pawn takes, I guess queen could take back in theory. I like queen takes pawn, but yeah, this is good too. Oh, that's a free queen. We take those. Orko has good initiative. I think you can take that. Maybe he's hoping pawn takes, then new pawn in at c6. I guess he's just going to keep the tension. Pawn in. Yeah, this is even better. Nice find by Horko. I think queen up is good for e-carve, followed by queen at h5. He could just push h5 right now, potentially. Okay, this is going to mate with h5. Queen where the king was. Nice mate by e-carve. Soccer Boy 6 and Try Hard Account. I'm 99% sure Try Hard Account is an alt account. Maybe queen at b5. Not so sure I like that one. You could push, I guess. I don't know. His king is a little bit bare with no blockers. Okay, he's just gonna take a pawn. Then the push comes. You can push again. Push this guy. Okay, trying to deflect the queen. Now a bishop plus pawn would mate. Okay. I think we take that. So he's up about 10 seconds. You could always wait for material. Like now a knight is good. Two knights are good also. Knight, maybe. I guess a bishop could be good. A lot of possibilities. E-carve trying to stay safe while feeding his partner some pieces. Yep, there's the bishop check. And now a knight is extremely good. New knight in. Okay. Yeah, that's not as good as the other idea. Could have picked up a free queen, but instead lost a piece. Bishop check. Diagonals are extremely good. They're up about 8 seconds. So pawns crush. Could also bring the queen in, potentially. Another pawn wins a queen. Could come down here. Okay, finally brings the queen in. That's mate. Christopher Edler in the mix. I played with Christopher last week on stream. Very strong partner. So a knight is good for e-carve, a new knight. Even pawns could be good. Anything at f3 is going to be good. Yeah, I like this bishop move. Knight check. Okay, this is good too. Pawn takes. Knight takes. Oh, okay. I guess this works too. They've resigned it. I'll watch Chickahilly and Nighthawk 8 against e-carve and Horko. Oh my god, thanks so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Huge raid from Chess24. Yeah, I was watching the coverage right before this. A string of draws that was cut short. Really appreciate the raid. So for those who don't know, this is Bughouse. Bughouse is a chess variant played by 4 players in teams of 2. Whenever you capture a piece, you hand it to your partner, and you can make a normal chess move, or take any of the pieces your partner has handed you, place one on any empty square as a move, and you can play on chess.com. So I stream mostly Bughouse. Bughouse is basically what chess players play when they want to have fun. It's a wild game, as you're going to see here. I'm covering right now, rather than playing myself, I'm commentating on the Bughouse World Championship. These are the qualifiers. There's 2 sections, open section, open to everyone, and a challenger section, open to anyone under 2200. All the challenger qualifiers have already happened, and this is the 6th out of 8 open qualifiers. Interestingly, this year, Ding Liren, previous chess world champion, has played in this event. He qualified in the challenger section, being under 2200, and I think he may have qualified in the open section as well. So it's good to see more interest in Bughouse. Ding also, immediately after losing his title in normal chess, he jumped on. There should be mate here. Yeah, queen takes, deflect the bishop, rook in his mate. There should be. So yeah, immediately after losing his classical title, he jumped on chess.com and played a bunch of Bughouse. So hopefully we've got Ding addicted to Bughouse. And for those of you out there who might find chess a little bit boring, because there's not a lot of opening variety in chess, and people memorize out openings like 30 moves, Bughouse gets really wild really quickly. So there's not much memorization. There's a lot of opening variety. This is basically all tactics. So all the fun parts of chess, none of the boring parts of chess. So right now we're watching Chicken Lily and Nighthawk 8. After this game, we'll jump and watch another team. There's an arena going on right now to qualify. Here's some information about the tournament format. So there's a few arenas left in the open section. Still time if anyone wants to jump in and try to play. But thanks very much, Actions, chess.com. Really appreciate the raid. So those of you coming from the raid, I hope you'll enjoy watching Bughouse. Oh, he gets to take the queen with check. It seems like a maiden attack from Zizon, assuming Ladybug can survive. Ladybug just needs to survive about 6 seconds. And that was a lopsided win. Alright, I guess we'll watch this. Avatar the Last Sack Sitter and Clock King Switcher, very strong team, 2500s. These guys are friends from New York City. They used to troll my stream years ago. And then I met them in person, we played a bunch of games, and it was all chill. Thanks for the follow from Lucas, really appreciate it. So yeah, for those of you who may be unfamiliar with Bughouse, I hope you find this interesting, and you may want to jump on chess.com and give Bughouse a try. If you play at like a local chess club, or at a university, go there and ask your friends about Bughouse. A lot of chess players know about Bughouse, and it's even more fun over the board. So, Clock King Switcher, maybe he can. Oh, I would have moved the rook somewhere. Get this rook in play. Looks like he's trying to keep his king safe, take a few free pieces. This bishop probably needs to stay here to defend the square. Oh, that's mate. Alright, I'm gonna unfollow these guys and we're gonna watch another team. And in fact, I think we probably want to follow Avatar the Last Sack Sitter. Where is that team? Let's follow them, because they have a fun style. So Avatar the Last Sack Sitter is true to his name, the one attacking. Clock King Switcher, known as a defensive player. He generally has a safe king, and he will trade to help his partner. Oh, in this case, he's sacked a bit though. Uh-oh. Gotta sack a queen, then a rook will mate. A bishop check, I assume. Take this pawn for safety. You could even play knight check and then pawn in. So rook mates. Clock king switcher, slightly up time. Oh wow. She's the win over there on the right board. Seems Bughouse have higher rated people. Yeah. So some previous arenas, there weren't many participants. This arena seems to have more participants than some previous ones. I think some people realize it's the last day to qualify, so more people started playing. Oh, congratulations, Lucas, on your first 2 brilliants. Clock King Switcher trying to deflect this bishop so he could play knight takes pawn. Avatar seems to have a safe king. So if bishop takes, you can take the bishop first. But basically he's trying to deflect this bishop eventually. This bishop is defended. He's bringing a new guy in. I might have just moved the existing knight instead of put a new knight there. Okay, so Avatar the Last Saxiter picked up a free piece. Threatening this knight. And if knight takes, then he's threatening the queen. So, it's gotta watch out about queen sack, so he doesn't want to let the queen get to f3. Clock king switcher is gonna get a little bit safer. Okay, this should be a win for Avatar the Last Saxiter. This king looks very vulnerable. Knight check would win if he got a knight. He's not gonna wait for it. Gonna use the bishop. Okay, trying to tempo this rook. That's the free piece. Vacate in the square so the queen can come in at e2. You can put a new bishop in. Okay, this works too. That's mate. Well, not quite mate, but it's going to be mate. So rook in is mate. Oh, okay. Knight check is mate. Very nice. Now they're playing Chikalili and Nighthawk 8. Alright, that's check. And now he's going to try to defend. Avatar's Last Saxiter has sacked. Taken the rook. Probably something... Okay, yeah, he can't put something on f4 because of the pin. So trying to get a little safer. I thought maybe pushing was better, but this is okay. Gonna go in on the light squares. Knight check, I assume. That's a free queen, and then we can keep the tempo going. Pawn wins a queen. He's willing to give up a queen to stay safe here. What's the time like? So it's the diagonal clocks that matter. Avatar the last sack sitter up about 2 seconds on Nighthawk 8. So if they were to both not move, then Nighthawk 8 would run out of time first. Assume we take this. Maybe he's waiting for a pawn though, still. Rook takes knight. Could be a thing later. These squares are all covered. I think Clock King Switcher is pretty safe, but he really wants to get his pawn for his partner. Just to win the queen and be the last kill shot. He can always play, well, if bishop takes bishop, this bishop can retreat, so that helps him be safe. I like that rook move. So he's threatening rook takes queen, and if he takes, then that's gonna win the queen, be game over. On check, I assume. Here that comes, rook in the back. So he can take, then take the other rook. So he wins 2 rooks there. That's mate for Avatar the Last Sack Sitter. So once he makes the knight move, this pawn would be free. Probably, okay, second would be not so great there. New knight in could be interesting. Maybe pawn here to deflect the bishop. Okay, he's trying to make the queen move. That's a free pawn. That's a free queen. Maybe get some development. So I would have developed at that point. Now that's going to be a free piece. Avatar the Last Sack Sitter up, what, like 2 free pieces? It's going to help his partner mate. And Clock King Switcher gets the mate. Bye Lucas, thanks for watching. Let's check the stand-ins. At the top, we have 2 Problem Child and Homeless Patzer with 61 arena points. We have about an hour to go in the arena. Second place, we have Horko and Ecarf. Third place, we have Zyzon and Ladybug. Fourth place, Clock King Switcher and Avatar. Avatar has sacked a knight for a pawn, which we often see in Bughouse. Oh, he gets the pawn back, so it's not even a sack anymore. What? That's a free piece. There's like 5 free pieces there. So this game is already over. Pawn in, looks good. Okay, pawn here, good as well. That's a free queen. I don't really understand what Triella is doing. Yeah, Triella just hung literally everything. Alright, now they're playing Egarf and Horko. Egarf is a very aggressive player. Loves attacking. Horko has some weak dark squares. Bishop would win the knight. Clock King Switcher probably wants a bishop, but I don't think it's coming. So what could he do instead? Okay. Clock King Switcher is attacking. Maybe new knight in. Just to defend the knight. Taking that. We can bring this guy out. Just to save it. Okay, that's mate for Clock King Switcher. Nice mate. They're playing the third place team, Zyzon and Ladybug. Zizon and Ladybug play a lot together, so they're familiar with each other's style. For sure they're on a voice call. And Zizon usually feeds some moves to Ladybug, which is perfectly acceptable in Bughouse. Knight in, I assume? Oh, pawn in, okay. So he's going to defend, also threatening knight takes pawn, then knight takes rook. He's reasonable. You might wait for a pawn check first, though. Okay, he's just going to take the free rook. Oh, he's taking the queen first, and then he'll take the rook later. King switcher staying safe. If he stays safe, it should be an easy win. Might as well get a bishop since you're losing this guy anyway. Nope, he's going for initiative. I guess we take that. Oh, he's going after the queen. Pawn takes. This is going to lead to mate. Take the knight in. Oh, bad pre-move. Extremely bad pre-move. A rook mates now. Ah, he didn't wait for the rook. Queen mates. Maybe not quite mates, but it's pretty good. But yeah, he missed several wins there. Still has a great position. I think bishop check might have been a little better than just trading the queens, but they're winning so much that it's going to be perfectly fine. Clock king switcher wins on the right board with those trades. So in the arena format, it's not just wins that matter, it's also quick wins, because you want to rack up as many arena points as possible. Right now, Homeless Patcher and Two Problem Child are winning the arena. The reason I'm not following their games is Two Problem Child, I think, is an alt account. I'm like 90% sure. And you're not allowed to qualify from an alt account. You have to play from your main account. So I'm not certain who that is, but I'm pretty certain it's an alt account. There's a pin here, which is why we can't take the bishop. Clock king switcher probably wants a few pieces to attack. But clock king switcher is down a significant amount of time, which is not what usually happens to him. Usually he's up time. He's probably planning out a few moves in a row before he makes them. Yeah, losing this piece was pretty bad for clock king switcher. He has kind of a lost chess game here. He's down a queen. And looks like Two Problem Child is on initiative. I think rook takes first was better than bishop takes first. But still seems like a pretty good position for Two Problem Child. Two Problem Child just trying to trade off the pieces since he is so far ahead on material. Pawn on the 7th means you can promote. Another pawn in. Oh, that's mate. Nice mate by Two Problem Child. Here they're playing Ekarf and Horko again. We get this king's bishop out at some point. One of these squares. Probably we're going to see a sack. There it is. Knight check. Or we could see pawn check first. Pawn at e3. King switcher down a significant amount of time. Not sure how he gets so down on time. Gotta roll out some moves. Maybe he's having internet issues. So you move the queen to give the king a left square in case the knight comes in. Still down about 8 seconds on the diagonal clocks. Orko getting some development. The rook is guarding the back rank. E-carf coming in on the light squares. So this is pinned. Can't take the rook. This is defended. Probably would just take with knight. But even taking with queen is fine because he'd be on initiative. He's taking with queen. So we could do knight takes pawn to win the queen, or just take the knight, keep initiative. I think probably taking the knight is better. If you take back, you probably have mate. If you don't take back, you can take the queen. Okay, this is a good defensive move also. Yeah, he's just going for defense. Now the bishop has come in from behind. Oh, that's mate. Nice mate by Ecarf. Strong attack there. Avatar and Clock should not have let their time get down so low. Avatar's last sack sitter, although he grew up in America, I believe he's living in China now. So his internet connection may not be as good as some others. So sometimes he gets down on time just by virtue of the internet connection. Knight check wins a free piece. Going for the weak dark squares. I think something could have landed on d7, but he didn't want to wait for pieces. Just going to continue moving. Can we take that? Okay. This works too. Free queen. So this pawn should probably be defended somehow. I think he should wait for material. Like bishop in could be a defense. If you move the rook over, a pawn could land at b7. You could also just give up this pawn. Not a big deal. Okay. Putting a piece in the way. I'm going to go after the knight. And he lost some material there, but kept his king safe. Pawn could land here. Office plant doing a pretty good job attacking. But he is down on material. He lost some material before. So eventually that material is going to come back to haunt him. So he sacked. Knight would be good. And Toya should move quickly. Even though he's losing a queen for a knight, that knight would have helped his partner. Unfortunately, Office Plant now down a ton of time. So he's never going to get the trades that he wants. Oh, I spoke too soon. That that mates him. Queen in, then queen up is going to be mate. So now Clocking Switcher needs to win on his board. It shouldn't be too hard though. He is up a lot of material. Yeah, that's mate. That was a risky play from Clocking Switcher. I think he should have waited rather than giving them chances like that. Clocking Switcher has sacked. Clocking Switcher winning back some material after the sack. G7 is scary though. There's a threat of pawn check and then take the queen. This is discovered. The rook mates another rook. Okay. Interesting. Another rook still mates. The idea is rook at h2, knight takes, another rook in, rook takes, and then knight checkmate. You just need to deflect this knight. But he needs one more rook for that. Is knight check a thing here? Exploiting the pin? Looks like it. Knight check, knight takes rook. Oh, I'm sorry. Bishop's move backwards. That would be terrible. I'm stupid. Hey, Kleber. Welcome in. So he could play rook takes rook and then knight check. Potentially. Okay, rook in. Doesn't quite have mate yet, but it's looking pretty close. Take this pawn. Okay, Clocking Switcher ought to have mate here. And he's up 4 seconds. That's mate. Nice attack by Clocking Switcher. Porco couldn't get anything going. Like, forever a queen at g7 would mate, but Avatar was holding the queen. Is Ding playing? Ding played in a previous arena. I don't believe he's in this arena. Let me check. He's not in this particular arena, but he's already qualified from previous arenas. Ding qualified. So there's 2 sections. There's an open section, open to people of any rating. And there is a challenger section, open to people with a best rating in Bughouse less than 2200. Clocking Switcher is sacked. Bishop would win this piece back. Or knight check is good. So yeah, Ding played in the challenger section and qualified the first arena he played because his Bughouse rating was less than 2200. He won that arena. Top 4 from any arena progressed to the group stage. So he's progressing to the group stage in challenger section. He then later played the open section, and he didn't win the arena, but he finished in the top 4. So I believe he's qualified in the open section as well. Avatar is defending on his board. Gengar is trying to attack. Picks up some free material instead. But this king is not going to survive pretty long. So it looks like this sack is going to pay off. So revealing the bishop check. So this knight can just move away. So here, for example. And this is going to be mate. The knight covers this square too. So the sack sit-in has paid off. We have Indian Reaper and Crazy Maharaja. Crazy Maharaja has done a lot of research in the history of Crazy House. So you can check out his blog to see some of the earliest recorded mentions of Crazy House from the 1970s, 1960s, etc. Indian Reaper has been playing Bughouse a long time on chess.com, which is where people used to play Bughouse before free internet chess server. Interesting knight move, but I think it just tanks a piece. Oh, maybe it doesn't. I'm sorry. Just to take this guy. This is a strong attack from Indian Reaper. Yeah, so I met Indian Reaper in person at a Bughouse gathering in Florida years ago. He's from Massachusetts. He's an attorney there. Avatar and Clock King Switcher again are from New York City, from the same high school. They're both in graduate school right now. I think Avatar is an engineer. Clock King Switcher, I forget. He might be going to med school. I forget off the top of my head. But these guys are friends from a long time. And both very good at Bughouse. Oh, that's a bit greedy, taking that queen. Now a rook would be good for Indian Reaper. As would well, I guess just a rook at this point. Rook or queen. Okay, trying to deflect the bishop. The idea is now he gets a knight check. But still, he needs more material to make this work. A rook mates. Knight is also very good. I guess a knight mates. Knight check. But Clock King Switcher has mate on his board. Because Indian Reaper lost a bunch of pieces. And Indian Reaper frustrated his partner because he had knight takes knight before. The knight would have been really good for him. Playing against Ekarf and Horko again. Good development from Avatar. Clock King Switcher is attacking. So probably I would play bishop takes bishop, then take this. Taking the rook doesn't actually win an exchange because in Bughouse the piece values are a little bit different. Generally accepted piece values are a pawn is 1, every other piece is 2, except a queen is 4. So 2 pieces for a queen, even trade. 2 pawns for a piece, even trade. Avatar trying to win the queen and succeeds, but if the queen had taken, then bishop up could have pinned it. Avatar is attacking. Discovered check. Clock King Switcher trying to stay safe. Now he's got to watch out for f6. This attacks and defends at the same time. I really like this bishop move. So a knight would be good for like a1. Oh wow, put a knight down here. Not what I would expect. So that's a free piece. We take the queen, then we can take the bishop. Oh, he's just going to get safe first. Maybe a queen here as you're threatening promotion. Could be possible. So Clock King Switcher slightly down on time. This might be worth doing. Knight check to try to create a square. I guess another possibility would be to give up this queen. Okay, yeah, and I like this because it creates a threat. So you can't take the queen, or it would be mate. Gotta go this way. This is a nice attack by Ecarf. Now you could always get safe by taking this knight, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, rook mates. Nice mate by Ecarf. Great attack. Two problem child attacking. And we see how fast these guys are. In Bughouse, speed is a part of the game, because if you're up time on your diagonal opponent, then you can stall for pieces, and also you can prevent your opponent from getting pieces. Homeless Pats are trying to defend. Ecarf can force a few trades while attacking. Thanks for the follow, XRI. Really appreciate it. So two problem child up about maybe 7 seconds on his opponent. He wants Homeless Patcher to get a little bit safer. So knight check is possible. Okay, that gives up the queen. Strong attacks from Ecarf. Maybe rook in. New rook in, just unpin this bishop. So I think we can take this, and if rook takes, you may have queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn, and then another rook will mate. Okay, two problem child gets mate on his board though. Right now, two problem child, Homeless Patcher are winning the arena. Horko and Ecarf in second. Hot King Switcher and Avatar in third. Soccer Boy Tryhard in fourth. Dyson Ladybug in fifth. Any other teams worth looking at here? It's really a top-heavy tournament at this point. Let's watch the Hot King Switcher game. Avatar attacking a queen. Queen mates him on move. Queen trade offered. Gotta make sure not to mate Avatar. Hot King Switcher up about 30 seconds, so it does not need to give this queen. He's gonna stall. Force Simon here to make some moves. Yeah, taking the knight, new knight in. Knight takes bishop, knight takes bishop. Or you might even queen check. Okay. So now Avatar is safe, and his partner's maiden. Queen in, knight checkmate, some other mate. Nice mate. Alright, let's check another team to follow here. Let's check out Zyson's game. They're on a streak. Zyson, that's a free bishop. We take those. Okay, I'm a little surprised he didn't throw in the check first. He's guarding this. Rook doesn't quite mate because there's king up, but it's not pleasant. Bishop wins a queen. Instead, he's going to activate a rook. Now he has the bishop. Even if we take the knight, there's still the check. Okay, he covers up. But now we're coming in on b7. Ladybug. King is somewhat safe. We take this twice. Maybe knight at h6. Try to get this queen out of there. You could try to trade off the queens. Okay. Another knight at h6. Just want the queen out of your face, basically. Faison has a very strong attack now. That's a free queen. Knight takes pawn. Ladybug is safe. Faison has mate threats. This king should be safe enough. Might try to sack the queen, then knight check. The king has now room to maneuver. So it was important not to put the bishop on e2, because then king may have been in trouble. Ladybug says, I sit, chess him. And they were up 17 seconds, so that's a win. Faison is Firefly, yes. Faison is Firefly from the free internet chess server. Now they're playing against Clock King Switcher and Avatar, who we were following before. Avatar is starting to attack. It's going to be hard for Ladybug to defend. Yeah, sack in here. If knight takes, we have knight check and then a rook mates. Okay, tempo in the queen. Interesting. Now we can just put a pawn in. We're threatening pawn at g7. Oh, that's a free piece. And rinse and repeat. Knight check. And then a pawn will mate. Knight check, king down, pawn check. King over, promote. Okay, this works too. Queen in is mate. This queen c1 move was not necessary. Delayed it by a move. Now they're playing the #1 team, Two Problem Child, Homeless Patzer. Faison trying to undermine the knight so that the bishop would fall. Okay. Ladybug gets mated. I guess I was focused on the left board, but I guess Homeless Patzer sacked and got a little bit of feed. Playing against Alt 19 and Lejesper. Alt 19 is Mind Sport Glasses. I rated him after the previous arena. Let me shout him out again. So check him out, drop him a follow. I don't think he's streaming right now. Let me double check to see if he's streaming. No, he's not streaming right now. But he streams a lot of chess and other games that involve the mind, things like bridge. I don't know why Ladybug took this. This was a free pawn. So it seemed much better to take the free pawn to me. I don't know why she took this. That helps the pawn get to a better square. Yeah, these moves don't make much sense to me. Knight check is good. Take the bishop. That brings the queen to a worse square. Oh, even better. Let's mate. Nice mate by Ladybug. Alright, playing Women's FIDE Master from Armenia. We have this guy from the US. I haven't seen either of them play before. A nice opening by Zizon. You can take this pawn. And now, yeah, I could take the rook or could have waited for something for c7. It's fine. This pawn could fall. But he wants to get a little development first. Now he's taking the pawn. So they're up a whole bunch of material. Ladybug needs to keep moving though. If I were her, oh, I hate this move. If I were her, I would put something on g6. Just try to get these things out of there. I don't know why she took that. That's a terrible, terrible move. It's going to result in losing a piece. And now h6 is very weak. So they very well might, yeah, she's going to lose now. Yeah, she had an incredibly good position and then made like 2 blunders in a row. I think her strategy here seems to be to just turtle up and hope that Firefly will win, but you can't count on that. You gotta play good moves. Alright, we'll watch one more game and then we'll switch to another team here. By the way, we're about an hour into the arena, so half an hour left. So she's getting sacked on again. She's already in a huge amount of trouble. I think you could take this, or the, oh, that might trade a queen. Never mind. Gonna plug this hole first. Now wins a piece. Gotta watch out for this. That sacks a piece, but this can get safer. Her king is in a lot of trouble. She's not gonna survive this for sure. Maybe castle. Okay, so he wants to throw in a knight check here. That's the point of this move. But where's he going to get a knight from? Yeah, this is going to lead to mate. If she takes, there's knight over here. Gotta take all that. Maybe she can live. She can get back to c1, then she can live. The rook's going to be really bad. I take the free rook, I guess. There's no pawns to drop, so he has to go up. Oh, okay. Well, he got a pawn. I don't know why she's coming out here. Like, and she's mated now. Oh, this is an awful move. Knight check, I guess. Looks pretty good for try hard account. Time is fairly even though. Firefly is about to win. Finds the knight check. Now she's up 2 seconds. And he's made it. Or she's made it, I'm sorry. Yeah, her defense was awful. She got greedy taking stuff. All she had to do was come back to C1 and she would have been safe. Alright, we're gonna unfollow. And let's find someone else to watch. You watch... Well, we'll watch the first place team for a bit. Homeless Patcher, 2-problem child. Hey, chill dear. Welcome in. Why am I not watching a game here? Alright, maybe we'll watch Horko then. Alt 19, trying to get an attack going, but one doesn't really exist. Horko's fairly safe. The Jespar is going to get mated. Rookie and his mate. And we see how fast these guys play. Because again, time is part of the game. Ecarf is trying to attack. Pawn check, knight check. So 2 pawns mates. Pawn check, king takes, knight check, pawn in. Okay, now he just needs a pawn. 1 pawn mates. We may also see, they're down time, probably e5, then bishop takes pawn. Possibility. There's e5. Bishop takes pawn. They gain some time. Maybe bishop in to defend, but then knight takes. Knight takes bishop. Looking quite good for Ecarf. Now I pawn mates again. Queen can take the bishop, or rook takes pawn, knight takes pawn, any of that mates. And Ecarf did good to maintain the threat while making a bunch of moves. This is why e5 was so good, that get your bishop in. What Chick-a-Lily could have done is, instead of dropping a pawn on g2, could have dropped a bishop, which would have prevented those shenanigans. But it's too late now. The game is over. Thanks for the follow from NWD. Really appreciate it. Okay, good development from all these players. Trying to get this knight out of here. Now we have a threat. This is a fancy move. He needs a pawn though. If pawn takes, he wants new pawn in. Pawn or bishop at h2, but he needs that pawn. There's a bishop. He could try the bishop in. Bishop check is a thing, maybe? Guess not. Okay, pawn is quite good for Ecarf. Putting the pawn where the king is. pawn check. And a rook will mate. Oh, this is mate. Knight in. Nice mate by Ekarf. Here they're playing against Christopher Edler and Barris. Excuse me. Horko's opening a little bit slow here, but it's going to be fine. It's defensible as long as he's up time. Ekarf grabs the bishop. Knight check, maybe. Now he's just going to retreat. Queen takes pawn. Queen up is probably going to lead to mate. Maybe not. Looks pretty nice though. Okay. Trying to get more things in there. He might sack the knight, and he does. I like knight at f5 if he had a knight, which he doesn't, unfortunately. So maybe queen takes. Okay. Trying to tempo the rook. I like this bishop move. Now the knight gets out. He's trying to block the rook at d1 mate. Because now a rook is forced. Pins the queen. We take the queen. Bear's doing a good job holding on. Note that Ekarf does not have much in the way of development. He's been using new pieces the whole time. Which is not recommended in general. But he's kind of making it work. So there's discovered attack here. Horko using his queen. Bishop check, I assume, to prevent him from running. Wait, what? Queen up was phenomenally good. Yeah, I'm confused about this stuff. Anyway, Ekarf continuing to attack on his board. They've traded queens. This is still a great diagonal. Knight takes pawn was absolutely crushing, but he gets made anyway. Not the best technique by Horko, but gets the job done. We have a clear first place team, second place, third place. I guess fourth place is pretty clear as well right now. So it remains to be seen if all these teams are actually qualified. I still don't know whether Two Problem Child is an alt account. I think it is, but I'm not sure. Alright, we get Horko and Ekarf versus Clock King Switcher and Avatar. Alright, let me go ahead and block a few players that are for some reason matching me, because they are functionally retarded. This defends and attacks at the same time. Ekarf on the attack. Oh, I don't like that. I think something should have landed on c4 there instead. But he castles. I guess he's out of danger at least. Ekarf's still trying to attack. And these bishops are going to help guard. With the pawn in, you can play queen takes, bishop takes. Are they up time? Ekarf is up time, so it's going to wait for a pawn to at least win the queen. And even after winning the queen, you might have like new knight in for a few knight shenanigans. There's the pawn. Probably. Oh, he's gonna retreat the knight. I thought he'd drop a new knight in. Interesting. That's a threat. Can you just take this bishop? Oh, okay. Knight there. Even better. Knight takes bishop. So he's gonna try attacking. Now he's attacking the light squares. Ekarf is relentless with his attacks. But the problem is he is losing pieces in the process. If Avatar can just stay safe, then I think his partner can win pretty easily. Which is what we're finding here. Oh, this knight move is very good though. Queen can come in. I think that's going to be mate. So pawn is mate. Orko just needs to live. Nice mate by Ekarf. Playing against Barris and Christopher Edler. Whoops. Yeah, so when you're following multiple people, every new game it jumps to the arena standings, which is really obnoxious. But chess.com doesn't take those sorts of things into account. Ooh, rook mates. Not anymore. Why didn't we take that knight? What was wrong with bishop takes knight? I don't understand. Christopher Adler would like the material. The bishop would be quite good for him. Gonna bring the queen in. Maybe knight takes pawn is good. Can you take that? Yeah, well, I guess bishop is still good. Bishop or pawn on e6. If bishop takes, queen in the corner, king up. I don't think that's mate, so probably not worth doing. Okay, just gonna trade the queens. All of a sudden, Horko's on initiative. Gonna help him defend. I like this move. If the knights trade, then he can take this. Knight takes knight. Oh, that's mate. Nice mate by Horko. So good development by Horko. Ekarf, as usual, is on the attack. Knight check. It's very good. Knight takes pawn. Discovered check. You can win a queen. There's the queen. Gonna retreat his bishop. Also attacking this square. Now a knight check would be very good. Or pawn in. He has the knight. Red is knight at e2. Or there's an even better threat, which is queen in and then knight at e2 to some other mate. So if knight takes, there's this other mate. Queen check, knight check is mate. There we see it. As the bishop guards this square. Oops. Now they're playing Zizon Ladybug. We have about 7 minutes left in the arena here. We have Two Problem Child and Homeless Bachelor versus Ladybug and Zizon. Two Problem Child wins a free piece. And Two Problem Child's team is up a lot of time. Just needs to stay safe. Gotta have his partner hold a queen. Okay, he's taking the rook. That can't be good. Knight check, and then new knight in. Maybe. Okay, using the pawn. Now a rook mates. Maybe pawn check. Not sure. And they win. There's mate on the right board. This is a rematch. Homeless Patzer seems to be pre-moving a lot. But it's working out for them. Queen trade on offer. Gets the rook involved first. Maybe knight takes. I think this is a strong move. I don't like that as much. I think knight takes knight was absolutely crushing there before. Not as crushing anymore. Because now there's not queen takes back when bishop takes. Okay, rook takes whatever goes in there, and then knight there. Bishop check, potentially. Oh, I like this knight move a lot. Now this is thing. Knight check. I don't like that knight move. Might as well take a pawn. Or come in to a more active square. Oh, does Zizon has mate? So Ladybug just needs to live. Which is not going to happen. Oh, maybe it'll happen. I think you take and then come up here. This is best bet. Maybe just push. Okay. Gotta watch out for... Wow. So this is a mate threat. Up. He's relentless. Take. It's a masterful defense by Ladybug. Amazing. And he got them off a streak of 12. So keep in mind, this was a 1300 playing against a 2300. So great job, Ladybug. They won that, right? Did I misunderstand? I thought Zizon won that. Maybe I misunderstood the last game. What the heck? Did they lose that? Wow. It looked like they'd won that. I'm gonna have to check the VOD later to see what happened because I did not understand. Nice mate by Two Problem Child. The same teams keep playing. There's only 2 minutes left in the arena, maybe even 1 minute left. This game is not going to finish. I should unfollow in anticipation of the end of the arena. So we see Homeless Patzer was trying to pre-move everything. Arena is over. Why hasn't this game aborted? Usually this game would abort due to the end of the arena. So I don't understand. Are they playing in the random pool? I don't understand why the game is still going on. It baffles me. So confused. I guess we'll watch the end of the game, but the game should have aborted. The way chess.com arenas work in general is if you have a game going on when the arena ends, it just aborts. So I'm baffled why this game is still going on. Nice move by two problem child. Hitting the queen. The queen like moves away. Queen can take knight. Zizon down a minute. They've resigned it. Okay, so arena is over. Here are our stand-ins. Winners of the arena. First place we have Two Problem Child and Homeless Batzer with 46 wins out of 51 games for 166 arena points. Second place we have Orko and Ecarf, 35 wins out of 42 games, 121 arena points. Third place we have Clock King Switcher and Avatar the Last Sack Sitter with 30 wins out of 38 games for 101 arena points. In fourth place, we have Soccer Boy 6 and Try Hard Account for 29 wins out of 44 games, 87 arena points. So those top 4 teams should qualify, assuming they all meet the requirements, meaning their account was created after November, and they are playing on their main account and haven't qualified before. And I don't think any of these teams have qualified before. Maybe Homeless Patcher qualified with another partner. Not sure. In fifth place was Zizon and Ladybug99. I believe Zizon already qualified with Chicken Cross Road earlier. And top 4 teams qualify. So congratulations to the winners. Thanks everyone for playing. Did Soccer Boy partner with VJ Baker? Jenny Noob, he did, but I think VJ Baker also played with another player before. It may have been Blitzbullet. So I'm not sure which partner he intended to play with. That is unclear to me. So I'm not sure. But anyway, thanks to everyone for playing. Thanks to everyone for tuning in and watching. We're going to find someone to raid. I really appreciate the raid earlier from Chess24. That was awesome of you guys. After doing commentary on Tata Steel. Fun to have them in here. Let me give another shout out to Chess24. So we're going to end the stream. We're going to look for someone to raid. I see our friend Joe Bruin is streaming. That's a strong possibility. But let's check the chess category to see what's up. And if we see anyone streaming variants, then we'll raid that person. Oh, Marie Chess is streaming as well. We could possibly raid Marie Chess. Oh, Joe Bruin is streaming a lesson with the Columbia women's basketball team. Marie Chess is streaming the Nashville City Championship. Yeah, Zizon, awesome that they rated. You get more exposure from the chess audience to Bughouse. Let me see. Let's just make sure that Marie Chess is on chess.com. Looks like she is. So maybe we send the viewers to Marie Chess. Joe gets a lot of love a lot of the time. So be good to send some viewers to Marie Chess. Marie Chess competed previous years in the Bughouse World Championship. I think she either won or finished second place. I think she finished second place in the challenger section last year, if I recall correctly. And she's gotten very strong at Bughouse really quickly. She lives nearby me. I live in Tennessee, about hour and a half from Nashville. She lives in Nashville. So we've played some over the board Bughouse along with some other locals. Anyway, show Marie Chess some love, drop her a follow. I'm going to be streaming some feature arenas. I think there's arena, in 7.5 hours? And then another one in another, I don't know, 8 hours after that. So I'll stream the last two open arenas. So thanks everyone. Have a great night, or have a great afternoon, wherever you are. Bye guys.